Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. We have an article here and with some statements made by the European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, who is elected by the Commission and not by the people of the European Union. Just put that aside. Now I understand irresponsible talk. I also understand criminal talk. I think her statements here might fall under both. But hey, what do I know? I will read you what she says in the name of the Europeans and what she's going to do because she can. So this article comes from European Pravda and it's from today, January 10th, 2023. European Commission President on tanks. Ukraine should get all weapons it needs. Okay, this is what she says regarding tanks. So she's for Ukraine receiving all weapons it needs. Okay, who determines that? Ukraine? NATO? Who determines that? The countries, one by one? Anyway, the President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, believes that the partners should hand over Western-style battle tanks to Ukraine if it requests them. So just ask and you'll be given, correct? Correct. All right, but who's giving this? I mean, who's providing this anyway? Whose money? Who's going to pay for it? What are the consequences, implications of this? Did von der Leyen take all this into consideration, or she just thinks she's so far away from Russia and Wagner groups that she just can say things like, as I said, I don't know if this is how, I think it's irresponsible because I don't think the consequences were taken into consideration, or the possible, I'm not saying probable, but possible consequences. And I don't think she's courageous, let's put it this way. So you say, well, maybe she just has a lot of courage. Anyway, now von der Leyen made such a statement on Tuesday at a joint briefing with NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg and the head of the European Council, Charles Michel, which I suspect is one of them. Now, Stoltenberg is not a bright guy either, and he's just a spokesperson for the United States at NATO headquarters. He has no power. He's just, if you want to see who's who, what's what, I encourage you, if you didn't do so yet, to watch that little meeting between former President of the United States of America, Trump, with Stoltenberg when Trump went to Europe. And they're facing one another, and see, it's about 10 minutes video. They're supposed to have a breakfast or something. Now, watch that, and you tell me who's the boss over there and who's the student who gets, scolded by the teacher. You tell me. And you just see who's the adult in the room and who's the weasel, who knows that he can't actually say much to the adult. Why? Because he's got the money and he's got the power. Anyway, and I'm quoting, I have said many times since the full-scale, the Russian invasion of Ukraine, and I'm quoting, I think that Ukraine should get all the necessary military equipment they need and they can handle to defend the homeland. This means, of course, advanced air defense systems, but also other types of military equipment, so as long as it is necessary to defend Ukraine, end quote, said von der Leyen, answering questions about her position on Western-style tanks for Ukraine. Hey, lady of the night, what do you think will happen when Ukraine wins? Do you think Ukraine is going to be laying down their weapons and they're going to cooperate with the Western countries because they are very much democratic in their views and full of freedom and all that and justice? Do you think that's what's going to happen? Well, she knows that's not what's going to happen. She knows those weapons will end up in hands that were not intended to. Then what? And again, we go to square one. She thinks she's too far from the garbage. When you have, where the garbage can is in a neighborhood, somewhere far away, you don't smell it, you don't see it, you know it's there, You get your garbage there, you drop it over there, and what happens over there? Rats, mice, cats, people who dig into the garbage can, they meet over there in the middle of the night or in the middle of the day. But you're not. But you know it's there. But you don't think that that's going to come to you. That's why you can afford saying, yeah, give them everything. Then what? After that, did you think about it? Or you think everybody's going to say, here is 3 AK-47s with 2,529 rounds for you. Here are like grenades that I have. I don't have anything else. Do you think that's what's going to be? Do you think? I don't think that a bit. I'm just concerned with the Europeans because Americans are far away. Again, for them, the dumpster, which is Europe, is far. As for von der Leyen, the garbage dumpster is far. But it's not that far. Remember, if you talk about Wagner Group, but talk about Ukrainian groups that you don't know yet, do you think that the mercenaries, the people, the bad dudes over there are just going to drop the weapons and say, you know what I'm going to do right now? I'm just going to start going and plowing the field with my horse, all right? That's what I'm going to do, like my ancestors. Or I'm going to maybe create a poem. I'm going to be like, I know, Taras Shevchenko, the Ukrainian national poet. Or maybe, who knows, I'm going to be like Solzhenitsyn, write a little thing about the Gulag Archipelago. Do you think so? You got to be kidding me. But anyway, that's naivete right there. Now, the head of the European Council, Charles Michel, for his part, said that he supports providing Ukraine with more weapons without naming them. Well, nuclear weapons, Michel, everything about that? And I'm quoting, there's an aggressor, the Kremlin. Well, that's what they say. That's what they say. And a victim, the Ukrainian people. Again, that's very true. That's very true. The Ukrainian people are the victims. But the problem is the victim doesn't come only from the east. The aggressor doesn't come only from the east, which is Russia. The things that escalated to this situation, you have to look a little bit on the other direction, 180 degrees to the west, if you really want to find the truth. But hey, I guess this is the scenario, this is a script, we gotta run with it. Well, I won't. So, I'm glad that the last weeks and months after the start of the war, the member states were able to send more and more military equipment to Ukraine. As Ursula said, I fully support this approach. The European Council has repeatedly called for greater military support for Ukraine in order to guarantee its ability to defend itself. Why? Oh, you told me, because there's an aggressor. Got it, my bad. Anyway, we know that they are fighting for their future, but also for our common values. No, I disagree with that. No, they're not. That's how you want it to be perceived as. That's why you have the weasels, which are your taxpayers, do that. Pay and support your BS agenda. Because if the Ukrainians fall for the values, what values? Right now I feel like God. How about that? How about if I feel like I'm the head of the European Council and it's not you and you have to respect. So get the fuck out, you're fired. I take your position because I feel like that. Is that a value? I identify as the head of the European Council, Charles, you're fired. Why is not working that way in this particular situation? Because it's bullshit. That's part of the values right now. Remember, if you want me to be tolerant, you have to be tolerant with me. Because if you're intolerant with my tolerance, so okay, I have this idea, you have this idea. You say, hey, Emil, you have to drop yours to embrace mine. No. Well, you're very intolerant. You want to drop mine? Why are you not tolerant and follow my idea? Well, your idea is bad. Oh, really? That's basically what I tell you. Anyway, it says, we know that they are fighting for the future, but for our common values. Yeah. The European Union and NATO have signed the third joint declaration on cooperation since previous declarations were signed in 2016 and 2018. Very good. Very good. You do that. And, sometimes, I don't know how to put it nicely. Sometimes you feel you are supporting some people that should not be supported. And I'm not talking about Ukraine in this case. I'm talking about people that are legitimately elected or appointed in positions of power. And sometimes you analyze the situation and say, wait a minute, maybe I'm supporting the wrong idea here. Not necessarily that the other one is the right one, but maybe this is wrong. I have a few questions regarding this. And the answers you give me, you ask me to drop about, I don't know, 20, 30, 40 IQ points. And I don't want to do that. Neither you do. So, it's just this wizard way of telling us how to think, what to think, and what's the correct way of analyzing a situation by ignoring any other evidence but the ones that they provide. That's all. And the ones they provide is pick and choose and discard whatever runs against their little agenda. Well, I'm sorry, I will not do that unless, I don't know, you beat me up and lock me somewhere, and not even then. What I would say. I mean, they can make us do things, but they can't make us think things. I mean, because I can say, yeah, I agree with you. I agree my ass. I don't agree anything with what you said. But you can make me do things. You do it, or okay, I'll do it. Well, you can't, make me think. I can think whatever I want. You can eliminate me, and then the thinking is done. Well, I don't know. I hope we don't get to that point, even though we have the proper departments and services in place that if you're labeled legally a certain kind of, then they can legally come and take care of you. And legally put you in, I don't know, let's say Guantanamo Bay, where you stay over there 20 years and nothing happens. You just stay there. Speedy trial. Thank you very much. Remember, our rights are not rights, are just temporary privileges. Just suggestions. That's what the guidance is, at best. Because a right cannot be given and taken, especially by other people. Because that's given by our creator, our nature, our whatever you want to call it, not by humans. The humans are supposed to uphold and defend the rights that we get from everywhere else. Otherwise, they're not rights. They're privileges, temporary privileges given by other people and taken whenever they feel like. Now, that's not a right to me. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.